Have you ever walked through an experience where you had to let go of a person, let go of a situation, a traumatic situation, circumstance, something that was near and dear to you, and afterwards you feel like your life is shattered? You've been lied to, so you think, so you say. Your life is distraught, it's in disarray, everything's all over the place, and you don't know where to look for the pieces. This is because when you are letting go of a situation that once broke you, it molded you. So in this video, we'll be discussing the psychology behind letting go. Why it's so difficult? Why it's so hard? And at the end of the video, we will be breaking down for real how to triumph your way through it. There's too many videos out here that explains what things are and just gives you names, but not how to take action, right? So I got some notes. For y'all. So I want to make sure I get this value to you guys, man. And it really hits the heart. So get your notepad, get your pen. We're going deep. We're going deep in the waters, all right? So the first thing I want to discuss with y'all is why holding on feels more comfortable and feels safer than letting go. So in the beginning, right, it's like the honeymoon phase of a relationship. It's the honeymoon phase of life. It's beginner's luck of life. What they say, he's happy-go-lucky. He or she is happy-go-lucky, right? Eager to learn, eager to see, eager to move. And somebody who knows a little bit more about society is going to frown upon that, frown upon your innocence. So many people want to take your innocence away. Innocence is not the same as ignorance. You should never victimize a victim. I don't know. I'm not aware. You are not aware. You didn't know. So how can I blame you? You weren't given this. You weren't taught this. There was no blueprint that you got that stated that you, right? So in the beginning, the honeymoon phase, it feels so blissful. It feels so rejuvenating. It feels so exciting, right? Every moment, every waking moment is so, it's warm, it's hot, it's fierce, it's fiery, right? Until you start to look behind some doors and look behind some curtains and find some shit under the desk, and you start looking around and scratching your head like, wait, this was in front of me the whole entire time, and he or she, or they didn't tell me, they didn't. So in the beginning, it's great, as it should be. If you're a gambler, it's called beginner's luck for a reason. You're going to win your hands, mostly your hands, in the beginning when you don't know what the hell you're doing. That is the universe giving you a taste of what it is to win, of what it is to be in the game. But you cannot spell hurt without the truth. It's going to piss you off. It's going to hurt. It's going to sting. Now, for the period of time, that's up to you, right? You have a choice on how to stop, how to disable or enable that, right? But the truth hurts. It pisses you off. It will humble you. It will make you mad. It will most likely get you depressed, anxious, timid, more introverted, more shy, more reserved. But that doesn't mean that you stay that way. So after the veils have been folded off and lifted off, you begin to see things operate how they were, even if you didn't know. Now you just know. So it stings a little bit more. Now, here's the point. We are getting into you holding on to something or someone because it's safe, and it's not the right thing to do. Because letting go means shedding. Letting go means loving. Letting go means surrendering. Letting go means exhibiting your unconditional trust in God, in the universe. That's what letting go is. How many people could humbly and honestly say that they trust what's unknown? So it is simpler. It's easier for them to stick to what's safe, what's comfortable, right? So here's why people, churn the same pot over and over. They cycle the same situations over and over and over again. The people may change, but the situations don't. The environment may change. The state that you're living in may change. Your mental state may change. But guess what? You can't run away from your past. You must speak to it and have that conversation 1-on-30. Because it's not 1-on-1. They multiply. Your past, if you don't address it, it multiplies. Abundantly. Quickly. So if you are not steadfast in appropriating your emotions and your lack of maturity, your immaturity, guess what? Spiritually, you're dead. Emotionally, you're dead. Physically, monetarily, you're dead. Why? Because you're always having to, rob Peter to pay Paul. Emotionally. You always got to borrow. You always got to steal. You got to lie. And when you lie once, you got to lie 5 more times. Because psychologically, you can't remember all the lies that you said to somebody. Because they're not backed by shit. They're just clouds in the sky. It starts to rain, clouds gone. Lightning, thunder, gone. Right? So the weather change and your lies change. So now you got to pick up the pieces. You don't know where to look. You don't know what's what. So the reason why I feel as if people are so much more comfortable with recycling the same experiences is psychologically they are running away from their shadow, knowing that it's going to keep up with them. It's going to beat them. It's going to beat them. In the long run, their shadow is always going to win. Because like I said, it manifests itself in other people, co-workers, other jobs. You have not conquered your past. You have not. So you can't conquer today. You don't even know how to feel today. If you have nothing to do, you don't know how to just be. You don't know how to feel that. You're not in a rush. You don't have to be nowhere. Shit, you could fast all day. You could eat 1 time. You could eat 3 times. You could watch Netflix all fucking day and eat chicken wings for all we give a. Right? But you don't know how to just be because your past is haunting you. And it always will. And that's safe. Safe is sorry. And sorry is sweet. Nothing in this life is sweet besides diabetes. Okay? You must get that through your head. All right? Now, this reoccurs with your toxicity, your ego, your identity. Right? Your ego, your id, and self. Geniuses speak to themselves out loud because they understand the more that they keep their conversations within, even when they feel uneasy about certain ideas and certain shit, they don't know how to tell the difference between their lower self and their higher self. Why? Because it's the same voice. It's the same damn voice. It's the same tone. Shit, same enthusiasm, same passion. Who's the bitch? And who's the closer? Who's the bitch? Who's the closer? Be Relentless. Great book. Tim Groover. Great book. Cleaners, closers, coolers. So, which one are you? How can you tell a difference? When you speak it out loud, you kind of hear yourself, damn, that was dumb as hell. That was dumb as like, you laughed, JV, bro, you crazy, dog. No, that wasn't right. You should, bro, do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Like, don't even play with yourself and think you can juggle all this different shit. Do the right thing. Now, go. And you just go. And you just go. And you just go. Listen to that. That's why they say, listen to your first mind, not your second. Why do you think in cartoons they always have the depiction of the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other? That's dark energy, aka the bitch, versus the light. The warrior, the winner, the champion, right? So what happens is something I want to speak on too. What happens is you live your life in regret. So you not letting go is a effect of you not being able to have that one-on-one conversation with your past, with what broke you, with what hurt you. Let that sink in for a minute. That's your issue. So your toxicity comes out quicker. Your ego comes out quicker. You want to stomp, you want to belittle people. You want to separate yourself from people because you think you have such a narcissistic ideology of yourself, right? It is anything you do too much of can be a bad thing. Too much information, too much consuming of videos, too much watching and scrolling on your phone, too much doom scrolling, too much reading, too much sun. Shit. You get too much sun, you may get sick. You drink too much water, you can become dehydrated. You can drown yourself from drinking so much water, right? Excessive, overindulging. Okay? And y'all need to watch the video I made about attachment styles, right? But I titled it, in my 24 years, in my 24 years, I never learned something like this. Like, whatever. Watch that video. Okay? And I broke down the main attachment styles in that video. And that is your past. From family, friends, relationships, flings, how you got treated from, popularity, or if you were more so the cool kid, the laid back kid, the shy kid, the talkative kid, the extroverted kid, the sports kid. Like, who were you? That plays a lot into who you're going to be. It does. So that's very important, right? People getting out of that momentum. People stopping themselves before it's too late, of staying safe instead of being a savior, staying safe instead of being their own savior, right? It's like y'all want to stay a slave mentally. You want to stay in that mind frame, right? So that's the first point. The second point is the emotional cost of not letting go. What it does to your emotions. Because guess what? This is going more so into the attachment styles aspect, right? When you suppress and repress, it's two different things. Suppressive is the conscious act of avoiding and softening and belittling your emotions. And repressive thoughts, repressive thinking is the subconscious act. So avoidance do both. Avoidance do both. Anxious attachments can do both. Disorganized attachments can do both. Now, what's important y'all know is if you lose your ability to feel, you are a zombie. Please understand that. If you lose your ability to feel, you are dead. Seriously. You honestly have nothing else to live for. And I mean this in the most disrespectful way possible. What are you doing walking around here if you don't feel nothing? If you want to be so macho, so stuck up, and so hard on your ego that you don't know how to just be the slightest bit of empathetic, the slightest bit of sympathetic, the slightest bit of concerned, the slightest bit of moved, of inspired. It's all you. It's all you. It's you or nothing. If it is not happening to you or for you, you don't care. Wow. If it is not happening to or for you, you don't care. And that's just so disheartening that there is people out here like that. Now, their experiences are their experiences, right? Go to therapy. I'm not one to quickly, admonish somebody to go to therapy, because not everybody can really just speak to themselves or journal or have a confidant or a fucking tree they talk to, and they talk to the universe, talk to the fucking the birds outside, talk to the trees. Goddamn, not everybody knows how to do that. So that leads them to repress and suppress their feelings, their emotions, and sooner or later they have none. They can't feel shit. They can't cry. They can't mourn. They can't even be rejoiceful, really. They can't. Because they can't get too high on their emotions to the point where they're not feeling it. And they can't get too low because they're not feeling it. So it's a lose-lose for them, right? Something else I want to speak on, okay, is how it affects the body, right? Your emotional body, your emotional brain affects your God body, okay? It affects that. So I wrote here how repressed emotions such as grief, anger, resentment, depression, anxiety, they get stored in the body and mind. It clusters you. It leaves you in a clusterfuck. It clusters you. It clusters your creativity, your feelings, right? Your money. It hoards. Bro, nothing wants to come in that is not invited. Nothing wants to come in. Nothing wants to knock. Nothing that's cluttered. It's cluttered. Where can I knock? Where can I come in? I gotta step over so much shit to knock or ring the doorbell. Like, I'm gonna make this analogy. Money goes where attention flows. So if attention flows in this way, guess what? Money goes where it's welcomed. Money goes where it's invited. Okay? So here it is. I broke it down simply. Here's the phrase. Money goes where it's invited and stays where it's welcomed. That's where it's going to stay. Because the stay is very homey. It's very selfishly selfless. It's very selfishly selfless, right? That's the act of love, being selfishly selfless. It's not about me at all. That's love. That's love, okay? And when you can achieve that flow, oh man. Of course, on one hand, be aware, because if you are too open and too, oh, hey, come on in, people will definitely use that against you, and they will humble this innocent protection that you have around life. Hey, oh no, you're good. Come on in. Put your shoes at the door. Grab whatever you want. Drinks is on the house. Food is in the in the refrigerator. Take whatever you like. You want to go plate too? You want to go bag? I got some Tupperware and some tinfoil. They will exploit that like no tomorrow. And then guess what? Takers have loud mouths. Takers don't have a stopping point, a stopping limit on how much they take. Because why? Givers don't. Givers don't. They're just going to take, and take. And they're going to tell other takers that, hey, look, every Friday she cook. She got big ass bowls of food. Nigga, this the lick. They got big ass screen. They got big screen TVs. They got drinks. They got, foosball tables, ping pong tables, bro. We can get a lick. Nobody be watching. They got the Xbox. They got PlayStation. They got a VR chat. They got a Roku. They got an 80-inch TV. 3 of them. Takers have loud mouths. So going back to what this emotional pressure does to your God body, it literally breaks you. It breaks you. Your spine, your hips, your groin, your knees. Everything aches because your heart aches. Everything aches. Everything shuts down. You don't want to be bothered because you are so repressed. Body language, solar, study solar, SOLAR. Study solar, okay? Body language. Study body language. You can know those who are confident, those who are putting on a front, those who are acting, those who are very timid about their speech because they got it from somebody else. They're not living it. They're not living it. So it's easy for them to read a script. They care more about memorizing than making something memorable. And that's cruel. That's cruel to those who really have an ear to listen. That's cruel to those who really have eyes who want to see. Who want to see you for who you really are. Who you say you really are. Shit. But in this day and age, who the knows? Right? So be very aware of that type of energy flowing into your life, because it will really aid you very, very, very fast. Very fast. A lot of baggage, and it'll tear you down more than you know. Like, let's say you're 21. Let's say you're 30. Nobody could ever tell. You're 30, a new 30, but you look 45. It's getting bad. Have that conversation with your shadow. Some people have more than others, but that's okay. Have that conversation, man. Seriously, okay? And the last point that we will discuss is letting go is a psychological rebirth. That's what letting go is. Letting go is a psychological rebirth that allows us to really deep dive into why, how, when, and where we began to feel these things or to not feel these things. And I want to throw something else in there. Y'all do understand that trauma, the scarcity mindset of letting go, it diminishes your memory. You don't remember shit. You have amnesia and you're under the age of 30. You have dementia and you're under the age of 35, 40. You can't remember nothing. Where you put your keys? What did you read last week? The conversation, the name of the dude who you had a profound conversation with? What you ate last week at a new restaurant? What was the new restaurant called? You don't remember. You don't remember. It detracts your memory. It diminishes your memory, y'all. And it's crazy because it's a psychological, neurological blockage. For real. This shit get deep, bro. This shit gets so deep. It's a blockage, y'all. And if you don't put your foot down in the middle of your cerebral cortex, guess what? All these blocks will just keep building palaces in your brain. You can't. Everywhere you step is a landmine. Everywhere you step is a ticking time bomb ready to explode. You don't know what time the bitch got on there. You don't know how many seconds, how many minutes. You don't know. You've planted these bombs, right? You're supposed to be planting seeds that grow, that sprout tall and strong in your brain. And other people, of course. But you're planting bombs. You're playing search and destroy in your own head. If y'all ever seen Inception, right? When they put on the probe to go to the other world, right? What are they doing? They are essentially time traveling, which is astral projecting. Just going to a different realm. And guess what? They are creating everything they want. Everything they desire. They're creating it in that world. Why? Because they can. They have the power to. And you place bombs everywhere? So, allow letting go to be your psychological rebirth. You know? Because it also goes into ego deaths, right? There's multiple different variations of ego deaths, right? You have ego deaths of, the material plane, the physical plane, the spiritual plane, the emotional plane, the financial plane, the psychological plane, the familial plane, the relational plane. Like, we have so many different ego deaths that we shoot, or we should be shooting down and not replicating, not recycling, right? And it happens at different phases and different times in our life, especially when we least expect, as it should, right? Because if it was expecting it, we kind of brace ourselves, but it hits us. It hits us hard. It does. It hits us hard, and it really sets us aback for some time. And we don't have that pleasure, or is it? Hindsight's 20/20, right? Would it be a pleasure if you knew when you would get over something, or how you would get over it, or what you would like? Would it be pleasurable? Who knows? Who's to say? But allow yourself to be reborn again. Seriously. Allow yourself to be reborn. Allow yourself to be so unstable that you become stable. You become, and it's a new stable too. It's a different type of stability you've never seen before. Your family has never seen before. Your past friends, your old friends, your brothers never seen before. Nobody ever seen it. Not even you. Not even you sometimes. Not even you. Some deep stuff, y'all. Some deep stuff, man. And I'm so glad that I'm able to articulate myself to y'all that y'all can get it. Y'all can understand and overstand this shit. Y'all can really take this tomorrow and use this video to really change some shit in your life, man. Change some shit in your life, bro. Or sis, right? So let's discuss how to fix this in a concluding statement, a concluding remark. So, the psychology of letting go. Why it's so difficult? Why it's so hard? Why does it leave us in so much agony, so much stress whenever we are proceeded to let go of something, right? We want to see something blossom that doesn't have the right soil, doesn't have the right nutrients, doesn't have the right sunlight, the right natural sunlight, or, synthetic, but who wants synthetic sun? I want that real deal for my plants, especially if I'm going to be eating the fruits that bear from the trees, right? In one sentence, how to fix it. Take care of yourself like you are your best friend, your grandma. Talk to yourself like you are your own therapist. Talk to yourself like you have the answers that can cure you, that can aid you in greater ways. That inner self-talk is so diabolical or so transformative. Use it. Use it for good. Use your brain for good. Do the right thing. Do the right thing even when it hurts. Do the right thing even when it's so difficult to let go because I can't. I'm the victim. I wasn't in the wrong. I'm the one that got wronged. Yet I gotta let go too. It don't make sense. I wasn't a part of it. I secluded myself. I separated myself. I separated my emotions, and it's almost like I had an out-of-body experience. Wow. I separated myself from the situation. It's not me, it's them. And you live your whole life with this mantra. You live your whole life with this script until it appears itself in another situation, another relationship, another family member went through the same stuff, and you got to hear that. How's that for showing you the mirror? How's that? How's that? So, that is how to fix it. It's not an overnight thing. Don't think it is. It's not an overnight thing, y'all. It's not. But trust me when I say, man, it will be the most fulfilling, and nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free.